What up, y'all? What's going on? Whew, computer's slow. And I was a little slow getting out the bed. Watching this Mike McCarthy, or whatever his name is, become Speaker of the House. And I was tired, man. Had a sugar high. Ate a bunch of sugar and dozed off for about 2.5 hours. After Bam's live, I dozed off. It was hard getting back up. But what up, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Friday to y'all. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Had a safe day. Hopefully you guys got paid today. And hopefully you guys are doing all right. I don't know if my comments are slow or what, but my computer's still like trying to buffer and get going. What up, Michelle? King Mike? Big Lee in the house. Western Ave, what up? Crystal, all right, all right. How's everybody doing? Foster, I see you. Hit that dollar sign. I heard that. Yeah, I peeped Cartoon today. Cartoon said, man, I don't even start talking until I get 100 people up here. I feel him on that shit. I used to see Simple to P do that. I might have to borrow something out they book, right? Southside, what up? My name, what up, what up, what up? What's up with you? Uh-oh, OG Steven house. Uh-oh. Jay, what's up, Jay? Looking out, OG Steve. Long-time supporter. Jay, what up, what up? Good looking out. Tune got a fun show. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Michael Jeffries, what up, homeboy? How you doing? McMullen, my partner. Are we showing up tonight? Yeah, it's Friday. Y'all got paid. I figured that. Them Lions, them what? Them Lions, I caught you live finally. What about the Lions, man? Y'all gonna lose to the Packers, man. What's going on? Knicks won. Oh no, Knicks didn't beat the Raptors. Are you serious? Mac, aka Big Train Wreck. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I was digging through my photos. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to start till I see 100 people, right? But no, I was digging through my photos, trying to dig up some old graffiti that I got on the wall. I don't know how old. She can't be that damn old, but I want to say 20 years old, 18 or 20 years old, something like that. So I'm looking through all my pictures, man, and it took me like 5.5 hours before I finally gave up because I couldn't find the pictures. So after 5.5 hours, I run across those pictures, the train and my Chrysler. I'm like, man, I might as well just do a quick story on this, right? So I had to put that together and throw that up so I don't have a wasted day today. And now here we are live. I didn't go live yesterday, so it's Good Friday, I guess. Still ain't 100 people up in here. Where y'all fools at? Might be too late for y'all. Or maybe y'all out on a date tonight, right? Now, old pic from a couple weeks ago. Nah, old pic from a couple weeks ago. Fitzgerald, what up? 2019, I had 3 near-death experience. I mean, I've had plenty, but I don't have pictures of them, right? I had pictures of that day. Good looking out, Iron. Good looking out. Knicks play Raptors again Monday at home. Oh my goodness. Michelle, good looking out. Any info on any 60s coming to Flint, Michigan in the early 80s? I'm sure one of the homies would know about it if it's true. I don't know about it. I haven't asked around, so I personally don't have any info on that. Easty Crip, what up? Big cousin Mac in the Blue Channel. Salute, salute, salute. Thank you. Kev, you gave all of them wrenches and they not all here. Well, they don't have to be here though. Long as when they here, they get them trolls, man. They get the spam and the trolls about it. And some trolls I'm cool with, man. I don't believe every troll should be banned. What up, CJ? We still 5 short of 100. Y'all cannot do me like this. We stay with 2 to 300. What's going on, man? My East Coast people might be asleep, right? She got the gift. Do she got the gift? Where is the gift at and who is the gift for? I rock low. What up? What up? What up? Monique. Shouty, what up, homie? Tank Davis by KO tomorrow. I heard that. Y'all see how he stood there in the pre-fight and didn't blink? I wonder if he was doing that on purpose, boy. His eyes was like a crackhead, boy. No blinking. I bet you knew from that point that Amtrak gets it in. Amtrak get it in. I looked it up. It appears Amtrak does like 79. They like cap out at 79. They got an air governor or whatever on there, right? So they don't go too fast. But I see where it says in some parts of America, I guess not a lot, they go up to 150 miles per hour. Depending how far or how close they are to a train station and how much open field they got. I'm like, damn. So I guess it was going about 75 or 79 miles an hour. That sucker was flying. Much love, everybody in the chat. Brandon the Judge, OKC tapping in. Big Lisa Tank did look hard, man. Right on time, Big Kev. Soon I flame up a fat backwood and take a what? A dab. Solo, what up? The sounds be running cows over too. Do they? Blowing them cows up? The train don't derail? Boy, them cows better watch out. Boy, they almost had me. Man, they almost had. I don't know how I was on point to get out the way that day. And you can tell I barely got out the way because my fingers are still on the damn camera. Right? That shit was crazy. That mug almost got me, boy. Damn, I could never imagine a cow getting railed by a train. For real, man. Me neither. It gotta blow up. It's got to blow up. Cow manure all over the front window. Trains always scared the F out of me growing up for the exact reason what happened to you, Kev. What happened to the Chrysler? Same thing happened to everything else in my life, man. I sold it and gambled off the money. I lost the money in I lost that money in probably 2.5, 3 hours. Oh my goodness. Louisville, Kentucky tapping in. You know what else I found when I was looking for pictures? I found a bunch of my gambling tickets, man. A whole bunch of them. I know you don't get no reward for being close, but I found some 9 out of 10s for 72,000 to win 72,000. I found so many wins when I bet 1,000 or 2,000. I was like, damn, I wish them times was now. I wish I could go bet 2,000 a game right now. Damn, and was winning. I just had to throw that in for the sucker to think I was exaggerating about gambling. I found a lot of my gambling pictures too. You got some gambling pictures? Yeah, what's up? Can we go out gambling one day? Shit, can I go with you? Can I watch you gamble one night? Monkey Wrench. What up, Monkey Wrench? See girl in the building. Monique with them blue hearts. Kev, I have a question. Is your last name Macintosh like the computers? I was reading up some stuff, and Macintosh is Scottish, and Macintosh is Irish. Hilarious. Kev Mac, you're a great man. My last name is Mac, homie, M-A-C. Now, go figure out if that's Scottish or Irish. California lottery, 1.1 billion Tuesday. Wow. I could use that 1.1 billion. The haters will really be mad. Fools think 30,000 and 13,000 was a lot. He'd be sick to hear me talk about a billion. Oh, he'd be suicidal. He'd kill himself so quick. No, Mac with a K is pimpish. There's a hell of a story about a brother named Macintosh in St. Louis. It's going to be a hell of a story about a Macintosh in Georgia, too, right? Antonio Smith, you remember that story, huh? You should have had some twomps on that thing. You were strolling, my dude. Gold at that. What you talking about, man? Talking about some gold datings on a Chrysler? What are you talking about? Jeff Ford, what up? Number one, what Babyface Lokes is back. Where you been, homie? In jail? Been wondering where you was, homie. Like, goddamn, they shut out Wi-Fi and Watts and shit. Like, I thought Watts put the W in Wi-Fi, man. Scottish, yeah, okay, Scottish. Foundation in the house. We got a foundation in the house. All right, foundation. That's neighbor, Mac. All right, all right, all right. Kev, what is AC Babalui up to these days? I always wonder about him because he's one of my favorite guests. I've said this about 5 times. I'm going to say it one more time. I haven't heard from AC since he did that interview with Melly Mel. Frog texted me and told me he had an hour-long conversation with AC, and AC's all right, I guess. They talked long. He said it was a very good, deep conversation. I have a new job. Got to be at work 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, that's what's up, man. So you can't stay up at 9 and 10 o'clock at night? You only need 8 hours of sleep, homie. You don't need 10, 11 hours of sleep, do you? Babyface back from the BBW retreat. Big girls done kicked him up out the retreat. It's time for you to go get some money to feed our fat ass now. Okay, man, what's up with the new Circa Casino Sportsbook? I've been there a couple times. I don't hang out there. I've been there a couple times. I love it. I really enjoy that casino, but so far away, man. It's like out of my way, so you won't really catch me there. 8 hours. Kev, you there in Vegas, right? You should be cool off 4 hours. Man, look. When you eat as much sugar as I do and drink as much sugar as I do, man, you're going to get 12 hours. And don't let me have no nookie. I might get 16 hours of sleep, man. I'll be tired. I'll be real tired. Like, I'm so tired, I don't even have the arm tired. I'm just tired. Kev gonna mess up his sleep schedule, man. For real, man. What are they talking about? I brush my teeth with cake frosting. Don't get me started. Lucky if I get fired this way, man. I get all my sleep. Why you think I ain't got no gray and all them wrinkles and shit, bro? Like the only thing I'm getting is this big old man, lazy man stomach, right? I got a little bit of gray up in here sometimes. It look like snot. If I let this grow, I'm pretty gray. That's it though. Ain't no grays up in here. None of that. Ain't no grays around here. None of that. Kev, can you do a video on how there are different types of politics in different sections, like how Watts and the East Side is different than the West Side? As far as politics, shit, I don't really know their politics. All I know is they roll with Compton, Hub and Dub, Compton and Watts. I don't know nothing else about Watts politics. I couldn't do that, bro. I mean, I couldn't do it and it be satisfactory to the viewing audience. And I wouldn't want to be disrespectful by not getting it right to the rivals, right? So, no, I don't know about that one, bro. I mean, it's a great idea, but I don't know about that. Eric, good looking out. Appreciate it. Eric got 2 C's in Eric, though. You ain't got wrinkles, kid. I'm the one looking like an albino California raisin over here. My bad, Paulie. My bad. Sorry about that, man. Do you got like sunburned skin and shit? Like you got skin cancer? Or do you got a whole bunch of freckles and shit to fight the sun up off of it? I mean, I got a few freckles, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better get some Boygen for them grades. I don't know what that is. Bajan, Boygen, what is that, man? That's that down south, Sweet Home Alabama type shit, man. Okay, Hub and Dub is the hardest car out. Okay, all right. Oh man, I got moles with moles that got moles. I got a couple too, and I hate them motherfuckers, right? Whenever I go get a massage, like it always hurt right here because I got this big old mole right there. And for some reason, females can't figure that out. They see a big old mole and they don't know what it is. They be massaging and squeezing that mud. Oh, that mud be hurting, and I don't want to scream because I sound like a girl. And when they finish, and I put my t-shirt back on, I see all kind of blood, look like makeup up there. I'm like, damn, man, she done popped my mole and shit. That mole been popped so many times. What up, Shaniqua? I'd rather have a mole than a hole. No, I take that back. I'd rather have a hole like you than a mole all day. A hole over mole over here. No, I got a few more. Actually, let me see. Is it right here? Sometimes I have a mole right there, but you know why you don't see that mole? You can see the spot, but because I rub it and I rub it, I just rub it every time it grow. I rub it until it just fall off. And I know you're not supposed to do that. I get moles up in my head right here and right here. And when the barber be cutting my hair and pushing all down, they be cutting my mole and shit. So I always have like a little bit of blood after I get a haircut and shit. Yeah, me too, man. But I like to rub my moles off, man. You can get that burned off, Kev, on your shoulder. I never knew that, Monique. Well, I know they got laser surgery, but I never took the time to investigate anything about that. Hey, Kev, can you, without going into a rabbit hole, explain why the rolling car skips over 30s and 40s? Were they ever there? The rolling car never skipped over the 30s or the 40s. I mean, even before the 40s was Crips, they was rolling 40 hustlers, a section of them. The Harlems, they had their own identity, but eventually added the rolling, I think, in 78. So the Harlems are part of the rolling car before the 90s, the 40s, and a lot of other gangs. I don't know where you got that skipped over the 30s and 40s from, but all right. Next question. What's Kev? Did you use to funk festivals back in the day? I didn't go to no funk festivals, bro. Another Laker dub. Nuggets next. Centennial G, what up? I mean, what is there to explain about the Harlem stuff? Are you trying to say why they aren't neighborhood Crips. Is that what you meant to say? Kev thought about interviewing the Black Motorcycle Club. Actually, yeah, I had uh I had Rare Breed holler at me a couple times about doing something, but we never did it. From what all the Harlems told me is they had their own identity. They was already Harlem, so wasn't no need to add on NHC. Adding NHC would mess up. Like Harlem's is a Crip gang, a gang that used to get along with all Crips after the other Crips was going to war with each other. So the Harlems don't want all that beef that the neighborhoods got. The Harlems mess with East Side Crips. They got relationships with gangs that the NACs don't, or at least that the 60s don't. Harlem's always been about their cripping, man. Always. So wasn't no need in them taking on the NAC. Okay, have you seen a new liquor store in the what? I don't know why you saying the 40s are neighborhoods. I mean, there may be a the avenues may not be neighborhoods, but the 40s are neighborhoods, right? I mean, they politics, they gonna roll with the neighborhoods. They are looked at as neighborhoods, but the rest of the 40s are for sure neighborhood. So N without NAC leaves them out of the NAC gangster crip war. Absolutely. But times change and alliances change. Friends become foes. So I'm not saying they get along with all the NAC rivals. I'm not saying they don't get along with them all. But, you know, in case you didn't see the new video on Davy reminds me, I know Fruittown is super big, but how can the last so close to USC? Are they getting pushed out over time? I hear they're being gentrified, especially with USC, man, bringing in students all over that area, and then all the bad news that they done made over there on involving the USC campus. So I guess it's true that they're starting to be gentrified over there. I'm not sure though. I don't frequent that area anymore. Gangster's going to hop on Punchy. What's he waiting on, man? Misha G, what up? Paulie G, I thought we from where we get low, huh? Lakers will before the playoffs start, Western. A kid in my city bought a gun to school and shot a teacher. I just seen that. What was the kid, like 6 years old? Busting on a teacher already? Y'all gonna mind somebody. Let people whoop their kids, man. But the parents might be in some trouble, right? Looking out, Casey, Casey, Casey. Okay, we almost to 200 now. It's more like it. We shouldn't have to wait 24 minutes though. 7 year old, somebody says six, somebody says seven, somebody else says six. So I'm somewhere in the right neighborhood, right? Got any Hoover OG stories coming? Absolutely not. I do not. Hit them likes, slackers. 200 people up in here, not enough likes. It's cool, don't even trip. He about to turn 7. He's 6. See, we got to get technical sometime. Because I seen Lady Little Country say she met Davy when he was 17 or something. He died at 18. Look, Davy Johnson, Fruitown Brown, who some people now is trying to say wasn't a Brown, he had just turned 17. I'm talking about just turned 17. That's why I get the dates of his birthday and death date. He just turned 17, man. So if you knew Davy Johnson when he was 17, you only known him for less than 3 weeks, maybe 10 days. He got killed he got killed on his 13th day after his birthday. 13 days after his 17th birthday, he got killed. Mike Ascari, what up, homeboy? How you doing? A lot of them brims die young, man. I told Lady Country, man, a lot of brims die young. She said, who? Well, I don't know who, but I know they were labeled brims in the newspaper. I need you guys to give me some names. Then we know who. But yeah, man, a lot of people were dying early, and it's just purely my opinion. And nobody asked. I'm gonna just offer it. I believe the Crips gave the Brims so much hell. I believe the Brims took so many losses, and the Crips grew so big, so fast that by 1974, you got the Fruitown Brims, the Harvard Park Brims, and the Van Ness Gangster Brims. Those three were able to withstand the war. Those three are still there today, still pretty strong, as opposed to all these other brims that all the older people name, they don't exist no more. Hoover's got that area, 60s got some area, 8-7 gangsters, the Broadway 11 Deuce Broadway Gangster Crips, the Rolling 40s, 5 Deuce Hoover, 5-9 Hoover, Menlo, 6-7, 8-Trey Gangsters. They got all that. And then, of course, the Blackstone, the youngest ones don't claim Brim, or they got some type of lines, but they don't have Brim in their name. Kenny B, if you ever want to salute some Crips, to me, it got to be the Harlem Crips from the hills. Kenny B, good looking out. To me, it got to be the Harlem Crips, because these dudes was on an island by themselves. They didn't have no help. The Brims, no matter where they went, south, north, west, east, was Bloods. And the Harlems actually grew. Their numbers grew and grew. Harlems was always formidable foes to the Bloods. Kev, you remember the story of Yummy Sanford in the 90s? No, I don't. I don't remember Melvin Farmer talking in detail about that era. I mean, we can't fit our whole life and the whole demographics in a little interview, man. Dudes, especially dudes Melvin's age, Keystone's age, man, these dudes cutes, man, they got so much history and so much knowledge. Man, it would take them forever to put down their stuff, dog. They would have to tell stories for months. Yeah, I don't think they understand it. I don't think nobody really want to understand, but I put it in that map. I put it in the map how the 30s was surrounded. Kev, Eagles and Niners losing this weekend. Cowboys will probably win. However, the Washington football team is going to give the Cowboys some hell. Washington football team is going to try their best to show up. I think Dallas defense got holes in it, so Washington will be able to hang. That should be touchdown type of game. Eagles. I think the Eagles win. I think they win convincingly. If Hurts starts, they probably take Hurts out early. But I think they want to secure winning a division and the number one seed in the playoffs. Okay, Commanders. They still Washington's football team, but okay, Commander. Jaguars for sure, man. I love the Jaguars. Come on, man. That's Lawrence coming up out of LSU, man. That's my guy. Tupac talked about Yummy Sandifer. Okay, I don't know nothing about Tupac. Who he talked about, I don't know Yummy. Yummy sound like a gummy bear. I don't know, man. Giants sitting starters. Well, you know they gonna lose, man. He was only 12, 13, and killed about 3 people in one weekend for the BDs, and then the BDs killed him. Damn, that's a rough life right there. Michigan versus Michigan State College. Who's tomorrow? Who you got? I don't know how Michigan State's basketball program is this season, so I don't have nobody. Michigan looks all right. If God is listening, take Doc out. Make the Cowgirls suffer another year. I mean, they still going to playoffs. Yeah, Crystal said, man, you talking Chicago politics, man, not California politics. He went to Clemson. My bad. My bad, man. You know, I don't have the best memory. You know, I got to go way back. I got a long-term memory. This short-term memory ain't for me, man. I could turn off a football game and forget who I just watched play, man. You feel me? TCU or Georgia, I already gave y'all that breakdown, man. I got to go with Georgia. Even though TCU, they didn't beat all expectations this year. Every game they were supposed to lose, they won. So, yeah. Let's take some bets. Who's doing the betting? Let's see what Blade talking about. Blade says, Big Kev, I appreciate you for bringing a history that I've been fascinated with since my early teens. I've learned more from your channel than all documentaries combined. Appreciate it. Do me a favor, though. Don't get caught up in everything they say on social media. There's a lot of information on social media that I let be my starting points. And man, I don't know, man. A lot of that shit somebody just made up and threw on the internet, and people done researched it and repeated that shit for decades, man. I don't know about all that. I just now learned they had fruit trees in the Fruittown Brims. I just found out they had a block full of fruit trees, and the Fruittown Brims used to hang under a peach tree. I never knew that shit. I always thought that whole fruit thing, the name of the streets in Compton, and those trees was only in Fruittown Piru Hood. So I'm learning a lot my damn self. Black Warrior Spirit, good looking out. Appreciate it. Blessings to KM Late Night Drop. OSSC. What up, man? Good looking out. Appreciate you, bro. Cajun Spruce Cedar. All right, all right. Good afternoon from Australia, man. Good afternoon, man. Oh, no, Western Ave, don't do that. Kev, do you always know when someone is putting extras on stories, or do you find out after asking other people? Okay, your question was, do I always know? No, I don't always know. Do I find out after asking other people? Yeah, sometime. But check this out. The thing about stories, right? I'm going to use my stories, for example. I call my stories true stories. The thing is about these stories, some things just don't seem real. So naysayers, people that don't like you, people that haven't lived a life or experiences like you, it's hard for them to believe your stories. But people that were there or people that lived a similar life or similar experiences, they understand. So it's nothing new to them. They just finding out another dude then went through something that they went through. So I say that to say this. Sometimes it can sound like a person is lying, but he's not actually lying. He may not really be putting extras on it. He may really be sincere in telling the truth. I mean, let's use OG Cutes for an example. OG Cutes talked about being on Soul Train. There's video of him on Soul Train. OG Cutes talked about some dude got killed back in the day. We found the article. Cutes was right on time and everything. We ain't heard nobody else talk about that incident. What else? I don't know, man. Some things some people say are actually true, bro. Still don't see why all the hate, but maybe I do. A lot of folks are tough on social media, but ain't done shit in real life. Bottom line, man, I think with the social media, we all just have to be happy that we still living. Now, some guys may help the kids, your big U's, your rockheads. Some people may have good conversation for the kids, rockhead, cutes. The rest of us, we ain't done shit in our life if we sitting here on YouTube and we in a regular house or a small apartment. Or we always on our cell phone. Like we can't go live at home because the mama or the baby mama gonna trip. So we ain't shit. We ain't shit. All we doing is reminiscing and giving our little history and education. And Deuce the Factor said he be acting all tough or offer up. That's funny. Do you got any interviews from the line? I don't have any Limehood interviews. If it happened in LA before 79, chances are accused knows. YouTube, social media, and internet changed the game to a whole new generation now, man. And it's not getting no younger. Like you're not seeing 17 and 18-year-olds starting YouTube channels. I mean, they probably exist. I just don't know about it. You seeing dudes 60 on up starting YouTube channels now. You see these dudes 58 and up starting YouTube channels now. So you're right. YouTube is now influencing several generations from here on out. Cutes equal Crip historian. AC Moses equal Pyru historian. Kev, who broke your pockets the most in crap games? Back in the day from the hood. Well, C-Dub bought a Regal on gold Dayton's off of me. So he got me for like 13 racks. And that's in one day. One shot, Big Shawnee Mac, he got me regularly. Little Shawnee Mac, Deacon, they get me. I don't know who else really got me regularly, right? Like I was a gambler and I won some big games. I lost some big games, but I won some big games. So I just wasn't one of the best dice shooters, but I was one of the ones that was always in the dice game. I was one of the biggest ones in the dice game on a consistent basis. Like some dudes had a small run. They did a lot of robbing, or they jacked somebody for a bunch of money or a bunch of work, maybe some banks. So people had their little era where they had a good little run, right? It might only last 3 months, maybe 9 months. My era lasted decades, though. I had from the late 90s. Yeah, I went to jail a lot, went to prison once before my violation. But I get out after the violation. I'm still on deck. I'm still on deck a good 4 years, heavy. So I had a really good run of at least 17 years. I was a big part of the crap games for at least 17 years. I got smart and said, I'm gonna quit giving my money to the hood because y'all quit on me, y'all laugh at me. I'm gonna go to Vegas and get some money. Vegas ain't gonna close on you. Vegas gonna let you shoot till you shoot yourself out. They not gonna laugh at you. I mean, you might get a stick man that jokes. You might get an asshole stick man. But they want tips. They want tips. Some of them be cheering for you, man, because they want tips. That's when they laugh at you when you don't tip them or you being an asshole. So I was like, man, I'm going to Vegas. Vegas can have all my money for all I care. But I'm going to get something up out of Vegas that the homies ain't going to give me. And you know what's crazy? Back in 91, you got to ask the homies because assholes and broke niggas ain't going to believe these stories. So I'm going to keep them limited, right? But back in like 91, 92, 93, 94, then again in 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. Those years, I could lose in the hood. I promise to God, like the pup story. Y'all familiar with the pup story from 11 Trey Block? I could lose in the hood. Like when C-Dub won that car off of me, I can lose 12, 13 racks in the hood. I could go to Vegas and I could win that shit back that same night. I'll show up in the morning to the crap game. Like I didn't even need no rest back then. I was still a young hog. I go to the crap game in the morning and they can't believe that I still got fresh money, fresh crispy hundreds pulling tape off my money. They couldn't believe it. But the whole secret was get up out the hood, go get some real money. Legally, not illegally. So that was my game. I would shoot to Vegas and get my money. Unfortunately, when you really need that money, you're going to lose it. But Vegas will wreck your ass when you really need that money. When you're just going, you're chasing, you're trying to get some get back, and you don't know how shit going to go, you stumble up on some big wins. But when you need it, it ain't going to come, man. Age, man, getting old, you lose that stamina. Oh, man, I definitely lost my stamina. Let me tell you something. Matter of fact, dude from Athens Park that came on here, for you haters, Athens Park dude to verify some of my stories. We could go to Vegas on a Friday. We could go to Vegas on a Friday night, Friday evening. We'll shoot dice all Friday night, all Saturday night. As long as we don't get broke, man, you standing on your feet, man. Your feet, your ankles, your knees, you don't feel nothing. When you get older, you can't do that shit no more. Man, after about 4 hours, and you leaning all on the table and shit, you getting all kind of germs on your arms and shit. You tired. You need a chair. Like, if you're a real crap shooter in Vegas, you know about the chair. Like, most casinos will allow you to pull a chair up to the table. They won't let everybody pull a chair up, but they'll let you pull a chair up. They not only want your money, but they understand an old dude needs to sit down. Man, when you stay up long, if you try to go 8 hours, 10 hours, when you get older, you go home, man, you're going to need, you got to have a jacuzzi. That's why they give you rooms with jacuzzis. It ain't for the women. It's for you to get some rest and be all right to come back the next day. So you get a jacuzzi, right? You could get some wine brought up to your room. They don't give you no Epsom salt, but bring you some Epsom salt. And when you jump in that bed feeling good, you're going to wake up with a sore lower back. If you were shooting long, you're going to have like your shoulder or your elbow going to hurt. It's like pitching baseball, like pitching a 9-inning game of baseball. All this, your whole side going to hurt down there. Your feet, your ankles, when you get up in the morning and put your shoes on, you put your socks and shoes on, you already feel the pain from the night before. You got to warm up now. Like you getting ready to play football, basketball, baseball. You got to warm up, you know what I'm saying? And get your feet ready for another round of that shit. Careful, Kev. The chat be getting nasty. Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't in the chat, man. Talking nasty. What they talking nasty about? Shit, that's my thing. Shit, it's almost 11:40. You know what that means? If the broad don't got at least 2 white EBT cars, y'all can have them. Damn, dudes. Like that's your standard? Man, we gotta stop thinking ghetto, man. We gotta lift our standards up, bro. Like like me and my homie Cal used to always talk. There was a time we was happy with 10 stacks. Then we was happy with 20 stacks, then 23 stacks. And we would always get to like 20, 23, and we would start losing. And we would always call each other and talk about it. There came a time where I said, you know what, man, I ain't cool with 20 stacks no more. I got to get 30. And then I got 30. And I got to get 50, so I elevate to 50. Stayed at 50 for a long time, man, until I stumbled up on them $100,000 wins, $80,000 baseball parlays. You got to raise your mindset, man. That's the only way you're going to elevate. You think small, you're going to stay small. That's why some people can't believe some of the things I say. And the craziest part to me is they don't even listen to the tragedy of it all. They don't listen to the downfall. They don't listen to the bad days, you falling off, you becoming a bum and homeless and can't pay a bill. They don't listen to that part. The jealous, they only listen to the large amounts of money, and then they hate you because of that. They hate you because they never got to that level. They hate you because their level of thinking is so damn small that they can't even imagine somebody else winning 5 and 6 figures. That's a damn shame, because in real America, 100,000 ain't no money. Some white people, after they get out of college, they already got 100,000 in their bank account. Some people like Donald Trump, they already got millions on them. I bet you believe that, though. Anything a white man tell you, you believe that shit. You believe Columbus discovered America, right? You believe anything a white man tell you, especially if he's a journalist. I don't know what Goob at. I guess Goob's at the Goob show, homie. The one closest to you, biggest hater. You know what I found with this YouTube? The one furthest from you is the biggest hater. It's the dudes that's far away from me that don't understand this lifestyle, don't know my background. Those are the biggest haters. The ones that know me can only hate so much. They can only hate so much that they don't even hate no more. Except for some of these old guys. Now, you got haters that's 65, pushing 70 years old. Them dudes is haters. And I never understood why people don't pay homage to older homies. You know, I'm always paying homage to older homies, especially in those rap songs. I never understood why people don't pay homage to older homies. But as I'm on this YouTube, I'm starting to see why. I'm starting to understand. Older dudes are bitter that they never made it nowhere in life. They know they fixing to die. They know they got about a year left. I mean, they might really have about 7 or 8. I'm just putting a little extra on it. They may have a year left. And they bitter about not having no money. They bitter that the best thing they ever had in life was one hoe that didn't bring them no money but Red Devils. They bitter that they got strung out on crack. They bitter that they never learned how to read. They bitter they didn't graduate from high school. Like in the black community, it used to be, people used to make you feel shameful if you walked across the stage. If you didn't graduate high school from YA, you was frowned upon. So a lot of these older dudes that fell for that shit and didn't graduate high school, never got their diplomas, and they bitter as hell right now. 230 watching, only 100 people liked, huh? I never had luck in shooting dice. The ups and downs used to drive me crazy, but so many nights of shooting dice, I realized smart man would just keep their money in their pocket or walk away with your win. Those are facts. Those are facts. The problem with walking away with winning is how much did you walk away winning? What are you going to do with that money? That's where it gets tricky. Do I quit or do I get greedy? A lot of times you get greedy and you lose that shit. But again, If your thought is, oh man, I want 100, I'm cool. $100 a day is 3,000 a month. You're not gonna never win no money. I win 100, I want two. I win 200, I want 1,000. I'll get to that 1,000, I might as well try to get 2 or 3,000 out this shit. Now, y'all pulling out big bank and you chasing that 3,000, I might as well go for 5 or 10 racks. That's why we was able to win and lose 10,000 in the backyard in one day. But again, the 80s brought a lot of money to the hood, the Reagan era. The early 90s, it spilled over. The drugs was coming in from Mexico and wherever else, plentiful. So the 90s was good. All the way up to the late 90s, early 2000s, it was still good. You could still get some good money if you was hustling. A lot of dudes quit the game. Like how them dudes quit gang banging early in 74 and 76, they already retired. Dudes that was hustling and they quit serving in 88 or they quit serving in 91, 92. They didn't make it to see that 90s money, right? They didn't make it to elevation. They quit. Now they walking around the neighborhood or they got a whole bucket. You know what I'm saying? They should learn from you and how to work, Kev. Well, I could teach it. I could preach it, but I can't show it, though. After high school, I went straight to Cal State University, Northridge. We got a battle. Babyface versus Deuce. What they talking about? CJ say, jealousy is strong. It hurts to the bone. But let them hate. Keep doing you, homie. And I'm not really tripping on me. At least not today. I'm just speaking in general terms. CJ, you remember Moody made the call and hit Tom running a check on me when I got to Hatchby? You remember that? And nigga said, man, Kev don't do nothing but walk around in white t-shirts and khakis with a pocket full of money. Remember that, CJ? Them was the good days, man. I mean, how many niggas got, I don't even really want to put it out there, but how many people got a safe full of money and still go out and do robberies? Still go out and jack somebody for a car? Still go out and break in somebody's house? It was always about getting more money. It wasn't, I'm happy with these crumbs. You know what I'm saying? I was never happy to have 10 or 20,000. You feel me? 80s money was fire, but Southside, be honest, it spilled over to the 90s. Keep it real. That 80s money, it didn't stop in 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. I was gone 95, 96, 97. I was gone in 2000, but the money was still there, man. It was still there. The haters can get the same assets other cats get, but they irresponsible what they bring. You know what? It's not just an irresponsibility. It's a laziness. It's a laziness. It's a lack of confidence. And you got to understand, this real talk right here, man. You got to understand, some dudes is all about the female. They chasing female. They trying to hit as many females as they can. They even trying to hit your girl when you out getting some money. They trying to hit your girl when you go to jail. They trying to hit your girl when you go out of town. They chasing the women, and that stops them from getting money. I know Cartoon talks about when he would get down to 80,000, he would start stressing. Well, goddamn, for a gangbanger with 80,000, he ought to be stressing. I don't know too many gang members that was getting down to 80,000. I mean, that means you had to be well above 80,000, right? Okay, Southside, you was gone all the 90s, all right. Well, I'm going to tell you, bro, it carried over into the 90s. And it was still around when I got out. Not as big, not as easy, but it was still around, bro, for real. Real talk, homie. Man, 80K right now? Are you serious? I'd be happy too. Shit. I'd be pretty damn happy too, man. I'd go somewhere, have a drink, tip the waiter, get some food, tip the waiter, go get my car waxed, tip the dudes waxing my car. Yeah, I would too, man. I would lose that 80,000 real quick taking care of people that's doing a service for me. What's Mangler up to these days? Mangler's cool. Monkey Wrench, you from Dallas, Texas? Where you from, Monkey Wrench? You an old school, all hood type person, right? Okay, Dallas, Texas. You a Cowboy fan? What's up, Shaniqua? Gotta get that whole money or you ain't gonna get no money. I'll tell you that much. I chase money now. Women chase me. No, that's a fact too. I mentioned that in my book, Real Talk. I miss those days too. When I was on top of my game, I'm gonna give y'all some more real game in case you never had this type of game. And it may not work for everybody. I think it worked for me. When I was on top of my game, when I was having big wins, I had ghetto money, ghetto type money. Really ain't no money in the real society, but ghetto type money. Feeling good about myself, new clothes on, right? My skin just had a glow to it. My attitude had a confidence to it. My swagger that I lacked was in full effect. So I would walk through the casinos in Vegas. I would walk through a grocery store in Las Vegas. I'd be going from Vegas to LA and stop somewhere like in Barstow, and I would bust a woman. A woman would bust me. I didn't have to bust her. I would bust a woman. I'm not talking about black. I'm talking about black, Puerto Rican, Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, just all different type of nationalities. Like they gravitate to you when you have that swagger, that confidence, and that skin glow. You know what I mean? So that's what money did for me, man. Money really made me confident, sit up straight with my posture, my man boobs sticking out, my stomach in, walking around, ain't even looking at no female. And they would always approach me with some garbage, such as, "Hey, is your name Michael?" "Nah, my name ain't Michael." "Oh, I thought I went to school with you." Or they say, "Hey, didn't I just see you over there at Sunset?" "No, you didn't see me over there. I never been there." "Oh, that shit don't happen when I'm broke. I ain't never had no girl holler at me when I'm broke." I mean, my last girlfriend I met, I was broke as hell. Matter of fact, my last couple girlfriends I met when I was broke as hell. But prior to that, back then you didn't know me. Now I got a few dollars, you all on me. She saw your pockets. They probably did see my pockets, but I didn't always have the money in my pocket. That would have been an easy robbery. If a woman see the money in my pocket, imagine what the jacker's gonna say. Plus, I'm older now. I don't think when you get older, only the young girls really like you, right? Because you don't want the old fat girl you went to high school with. So you gotta kind of let them young women up in your life. Because me and an old hoe from high school, we ain't got nothing in common. Man, stay over there. Remember how you used to do me? You stay your ass over there. OGQ's got best friends. Kevmac got girlfriends. That's a good one. We gotta use that one. Older cats carry cars now. They better put some fake jewelry on too. I used to put money in my sock. I used to put a gun in my sock. Right? A real jacket gonna have you check your socks. Man. You pull your socks off too, man. Don't just go in your pockets. Take your socks off. That's why they call me Rich E. Rich. KP Video News, y'all. We're getting that big cheddar in the 70s, bro. This guy's still in jail right now trying to be super fly. Well, they better get their ass up out of there, because I know some dudes that went to jail in the 80s and they home now. Now, I know dudes that went to jail in 78, 79. LB went in what, 76? They coming home, KP. Tell your boys, man, to act right and come on home, man. They got to be institutionalized by now. KP said, don't even talk about water. They was getting money. I was too young to get money in the 70s. I was getting recycled aluminum can money back then. I was getting bet me on in television type money back then. I was getting, that's pitch quarters, nigga. I'd be happy if I win $2, $3. $5 was a great day. So I can't speak on the 70s like that, KP. I'm gonna give y'all a shooting story. When I was 7 years old. That's gonna be the next story I'm gonna do, y'all. Kev, it's Friday. You getting your drink on with ginger beer? Man, you must think my name is Rockhead, homie. In the 80s, nobody wore a sock. What? Stinky foot what? Well, I wish I would. I'm gonna always wear socks, shit. Back then, I might wear socks 2 days in a row and shit. My shoes all stinky and shit from standing up and shooting dice for 2 days straight. I don't know why y'all didn't have no socks on. Shit. She said I always had at least 900 in my sock. And that heat a little further north on me. Man, for real, man. For real, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Every girlfriend I had used to tell me, put your shoes on the back porch. Put your shoes on the front porch. I'm like, on the front porch? Your other boyfriend might see my shoes over here, so I'm going to take him to the back porch. Let the dogs don't even want to play with the shoes. They smell so bad. Man, yeah, man, come on, man. Money in your socks, sweating all day. You pull that money out, smell just like feet. The OGs, Mr. Pretty Boy, Mr. Rockhead, that ginger beer. I was surprised Pretty Boy on ginger beer. Western Ave, Crystal Brains calling you smelly feet. I was getting lawnmower more. Man, I was getting pumping gas money. Can I pump your gas for a quarter? Nigga, all I wanted to do was play an arcade game. Niggas used to fight over pumping gas back in the day. These little kids ain't gonna pump your gas no more. What they gonna do with some quarters or a dollar? What's going on with Big Ron Ron and the Birth of a Crip documentary? I've spoken on this as well. Ron Ron is good. He's working, staying out of trouble. Birth of a Crip documentary, I always said that I believe they were doing that to shop it and try to get a budget. So I don't know when you see it or if you ever see it. I'm sure at some point, if nobody buys it, they're going to release it. But I believe they were going for the bigger dollars, so they don't want to put it on YouTube. They want to get some more money up out of it, but that's my guess. We will be spending that stank ass money. We're gonna spend that money. I mean, come on now, look at strippers. You stick dollars. I'm not talking about 20s and hundreds. You stick $1 bills up strippers' ass. You stick it all in the coochie and all that. Step on it. We shooting dice, stepping on money. We got money on dirty concrete. Michael Smith, what up? Good looking out, Michael Smith. Man, come on, man. That dirty money going all up in them women, man. They talk about COVID. I'm like, man, these women done survived dirty money up their coochie and up their ass. How the hell we gonna be scared of some COVID? Do you know where that money been? Most money got cocaine on it. Most money got dirt on it. My money used to be in the dirt for sure. Dirty concrete with pigeon shit, right? Dudes spitting on the ground. Come on now. I have some $100 bills for Compton Girl G-string. Wow, baby face, you gonna get at her like that? I used to get quarters for returning grocery baskets at Vaughn's. Well, we didn't return no damn baskets. Even if you paid us, we wasn't gonna return the baskets. Because we used to make go-karts out of them. You steal the basket, you take the wheels off, you take the metal out the wheels, you stick the wheels on the end of a 2x4 and you put some long nails in them. You hammer the nails in there, now you got wheels for your go-kart. Oh, we needed them wheels, man. We weren't gonna take no basket back. We used to take the crates and use them in our pigeon cage. That way, a pair of pigeons, male and female, could have their own little nesting spot. And they could raise their kids in there. The kids can't get out. And so it's like a home, like you giving the pigeons their own little apartment. They say you get an STD for money nowadays. I accepted so much Figueroa money serving hoes was pulling it up out their coochie. I'm trying to tell you, man, come on now. See, Kev told you it's getting nasty. Man, this is my type of conversation. We talking about money and hoes, nigga. It don't get no better than that. Like, what you want to talk about? You want to talk about brains being splattered? You want to talk about niggas taking a stand? What you want to talk about? I'm cool with this conversation. Making go-karts is how I first met Raymond Watts. CJ, explain to me what your go-kart looked like. What did you make your go-kart out of? Kev make a pigeon condo. them pigeon crates, they was good for crap games too. When you're not breeding, when you're not doing no breeding, or you don't have all the pigeons you used to have, you take the pigeon crate and you sit on them during the crap game. So now you got 4 or 5 dudes sitting on pigeon crates. Remember, when you get old, you can't be all on your knees and shit on the cement, man. That shit hurt. So now you just sit on the crate and you shoot dice sitting down. I don't even have a gambler snap no more. I used to be so cold with my snap. Six, 8 dice. Basket wheel, 2x4 milk crate. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. So we did the same thing you did. That's why I say there's nothing new under the sun. That's what we was doing, bro. My brother was cold. My brother was a cold carpenter, man. He made his go-karts. Of course, when he was gone, I would copy and make my own go-kart. He put carpet on the go-karts and shit. Boy, we had some cold go-karts. Kev making pigeon projects. East side, we cut skates and nailed the wheels on crates. Y'all had some little ass go-karts, man. We needed bigger wheels on them. We going down big hills. We going up the Windsor Hills to come down them big old hills. Boy, we was suicidal as hell. We didn't know nothing about cars coming and all that shit. We go down them big old hills, bro. That's crazy. But it also shows that back then, LA wasn't flooded with a bunch of cars. Because you go up them hills in Windsor Hills now, cars are constantly going up and down those hills. Them hills used to be empty when we was coming up. Then they had this cold alley. They had this cold alley that went down like this and turned. Boy, we used to go in that alley because wasn't no cars gonna come down there. And you have somebody wait at the bottom to make sure no car come in. And them was the days. I think number one was putting skate wheels on there because they was just going a house or two. They just push you down the block, 2 or 3 houses. No, 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 no. We really getting somewhere. Well, I mean, now you talking a little older, or you had some rich parents. If you was riding around with a real go-kart with them. We used to have mini bikes. So my brother used to steal lawnmower. I'm telling you, everything I got come from my brother. He used to steal lawnmowers. I remember he took my mother's lawnmower. Boy, he was so cold. He took my mother's lawnmower, took the engine off the lawnmower, and put it on my mini bike. So my mini bike used to be fast and clean, and it was an old raggedy mini bike. But we like to spray paint. So I would spray paint my bike and shit. It'd be green one day. Whatever color paint I get my hands on. I'd have a green mini bike. Then I have a red mini bike. Then I have a blue mini bike. Boy, them was the days for real, man. My man said no heels on the east side. My ass hurting like a mug, man. Going to sleep on me and shit. Yeah, good old days were the best. Them was a good day. You used to do willies? I did not. I never did no willies, man. Bro, them, they did. They did willies on mopeds, them RM, whatever you call them 125s or whatever they were. Y'all ever put the soda can on the tire too? I don't remember nothing about no soda can. Not a low rider go kart. Did it hop? Did you have hydraulics on it? Dayton's? Kev, you had a Honda Spree back then? Nah. You talking about a moped? I never had a moped. My brother's moped, I'm gonna leave bro out of this, but I'm gonna just say this last thing about bro. Bro was so crazy, he had a moped with no brakes. This ninja used to be speeding down the street, going through stop signs, shouting in my line, speeding through stop signs, and he had no brakes. This nigga could never stop when he wanted to stop. This nigga thought he was evil Knievel for real. That nigga wasn't nothing. That nigga would tear up some new shoes in a heartbeat trying to use his shoes for brakes. Too Pretty Kenny is a snitch and a clown, bro. All right, Tim Dog, where you from? Where you know Too Pretty Kenny from? You got some paperwork? Who we tell on? What year was that? Did you used to name the bikes after car you liked back then? No, I didn't. Man, anybody remember playing burn ball? Nah, what's burn ball, homie? I'm waiting to see what Tim Dog talking about. Shotty Mac, is that your cousin Kim? Nah, he's from the hood. He lived. How many blocks you lived away from me, Shotty? About 8 offhand, 8 blocks behind me along the same street, 54th. Man, I didn't hit a whole lot of strip club. I wasn't a strip club guy in the 80s. I may have never even hit a strip club in the 80s. I'm lying. I hit a strip club when I turned 21. Stars, First King. But once you go to First King and all that shit over there, you realize this is low budget. Like I didn't come here to look at a girl with bullet wounds and scratches all over her body, raggedy tattoos. stretch marks all across her belly button. Stars was a lot more classy, right? But strip clubs wasn't really my thing until I really hit Vegas. When I really got into Vegas, tough, I used to hang out with One Shot, and he really got me going to them strip clubs, man. Tim Dart. They cool when you got money. When you get broke, you realize I'll never go in a strip club again. You couldn't pay me to go in a strip club if I got some money in my pocket. I mean, I went to a few strip clubs down south, man. Boy, them women, ooh, they got natural bodies. They don't have all them fake bodies. Them soul sisters got some real booty and small waist. They got a lot of babies though down south, but you know. Kev, you ever stay at the Snooty Fox every Saturday, every Friday or Saturday? Mostly Saturdays. Dang, King Kunta. No, that ain't why they call them strip clubs. They call them strip clubs because they gonna strip down. You know my favorite line? My woman work at a strip club, but she ain't no hoe. Yeah, nigga, you keep believing that shit if you want to. If she works at a strip club, it's a great chance she's a hoe. They can do all that. I just go there for the money all they want to. And you've taken a woman, you've taken a hustling woman that shows her body off to strangers. They let strangers touch on her. And then they have private rooms and they see you out there with all this money. You think a woman like that don't want to sell you nothing? If she can't talk you out of it, she'll sell you something. And that's just real talk, man. I never understood that. Like, I used to like them stripper hoes. I used to like them, but I would like to hear them lie. I like to sit there and talk to them and just listen to the lie. Like, what lie could she come up with today? The same ones that told me they ain't like that, when you don't give them no money, but they see you with money, guess what? What you doing after you leave? How late you gonna be up? Can I get your number? Right? Crystal Bryan still do. Who do? I ain't been in a strip club in over 10 years. Shit. Let me see. Shit, probably 16 years. Now you're nasty if you can sit down and eat some food. Well, I'm nasty because I used to go to the strip club to eat. I go order me some hot wings, get me some carrots, some celery, get me some French fries, about 5 or 6 drinks, and just sit there and watch. Ain't got to get no lap dance, ain't got to throw no money on stage. I go eat and look at some ass, have some drinks, and get up and go. I'm nasty then, because I used to love to eat up in there. I mean, how you gonna let somebody put this thing in your face and you eat? That's on you. That ain't on her. If you gonna let some broad walk up to you and put something in your face while you eating, you really are a sucker. Cause she ain't giving you no respect and you going for it. Stars and Gardena more known for their wings than strippers. I mean, nowadays, shit, that was 40 years ago, man. Damn near 40 years ago. Shotty Mac say they had some bomb chicken wings and tacos. See, everybody eating at the strip club, man. White guys don't go to the strip club to eat. White guys go to a strip club to get wasted. You're fucking wasted, guy. White guys just go to the ATM at the strip club. Like, I remember I used to see ATMs at the strip club and didn't understand why they was even in there. And 2 hours see them white dudes get drunk and start going to the ATM. And the strippers, they will walk you to the ATM. Like they know you falling over, they know you can't walk good. Nigga, they would hug you. They would hold you up and walk you over to the ATM. Don't let them see your code because you're gonna leave without your bank card, and they got the code to your bank card. I'm just trying to tell you, Mariah, real talk. Man, them dudes don't care about no $10. Look, hypothetically, you got a white guy that comes from Omaha, Nebraska or something, right? And he comes to Vegas or he comes to LA. Man, he ain't been around no hood brawls like this, man. He ain't been around no fast talking women with game from the hood. Man, they don't mind paying $10 to use the ATM machine. I got a question for you, my brother. How did you know they charge $10 at the ATM in a strip club? How did you figure that out? How do you know that to be true? You just told on yourself you were spending $10 at that ATM, unless you seen a $10 charge and you decided not to get no money out the ATM. You decided you was not going to be a trick up in the strip club. White people don't duck with strip clubs, only bottle service girls. I don't even see them get them bottle service. I see white guys get in the front of the stage and just look at all that ass, and they like to touch. Some of them be scared to touch the girl. What is your name? Molly? Molly, do you mind if I just touch it? Yeah, how much money you got to spend? And they start turning red and shit because they're kind of embarrassed. They're excited and embarrassed. They get to turning pink and shit. That's when the girls know it's on. Lou Williams left the NBA bubble to go to Magic City for them lemon pepper wings. I heard that. So some of y'all telling me you can't eat around your naked wife or girlfriend. Tell them, Brian. I'm telling you, man, it's two crazy things about men from my standpoint. You got some that are 10 times nastier than me. I don't understand it. Then you got dudes that's probably 3 or 4 times more scared than I am, more shy than I am. So a lot of them dudes, man, they don't know nothing about eating around their girl when she naked. They don't know nothing about having a girl naked cooking breakfast or dinner for them. And then you got them dudes that's 10 times nastier than me. They doing shit I would never do, shit I couldn't even dream of. You got to worry about them type of dudes. I don't know, man. It ain't weird to me, man. That's just like a turn on. I mean, it's better. I've said this before. If she got a t-shirt on, panties or G-string, a little sexy nightgown that stops halfway down her booty. I went to a strip club in Vegas with Zach Randolph. They NBA bread is different. NBA bread is different, especially if your name's Zach Randolph. I ain't eating around my husband, no way, naked. I just thought, well, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for you. Shit. Y'all don't want to hear my iced tea story then. Shit. If a cat touching chicks and eating in the club is transferring many germs and stuff, some dope money, blood on the money. If a cat touching chicks and eating in the club is transferring many germs and substances, dope money, blood on the money. I guess you're trying to say that the germs are on your food, and so now you eating food because the blood is going to be on the money no matter what. And if you're touching on a woman, it's going to be germs no matter what. So I don't understand that statement, but unless you're trying to say you got germs on your food. My wife walks around naked all the time, but I'm married, so it's not the same anymore. Yeah, you don't even care no more, right? And it probably don't look as good as it used to before you married her, right? The money dirty, so can't touch but watch. You know what? I like my white friends, man. The white guys are so caring about these stripper women. They care so much. Like beach balls. Oh, I'm glad you want a nice, clean woman at a strip club. He have never fist. Man, you gotta fist it. What you talking about, man? Who touches shit while they eat? I don't know, cause that was crazy to me too. Me and my chick, when I had one, oh, shawty, you on the market? Used to chow down after session. Man, what? Lay in bed eating. You know I'm the crumb man. We'll lay up in bed naked eating. What? What? This guy talking about the grimiest strip club on earth. Scarlett talking about cheetah pumping. I don't know what the hell that is. Best strip club I've been to, a hole in the wall in Philly called Slap. One of the best ones I went to, man, as far as for a good time, Memphis, Tennessee, bro. Memphis, Tennessee. Man, mandatory. Make me a sandwich. Mandatory. Mandatory, right? My man don't want their body fluids on his food. Can you imagine him? He probably has sex in a whole bodysuit, a full bodysuit having sex. This nigga got a tongue condom. This nigga got this nigga got on brownies and shit. This nigga got on one of them suits they bag you in when you die. He probably got a toe tag on and everything. He like oh no. You gotta be careful, dudes that don't like women's body fluids, man. You gotta be real careful because if they don't like Cindy and they don't like Wendy, man, ain't no telling who they might like. Man, you better have a hammock suit, a hazmat suit like a mug. Thanks, Kev Mac. My homie took me to the hole in the wall in Philly. That's what's up, man. If she doesn't feed you afterwards, she ain't finished the job. She got off early, man. Kev Mac almost made me what? I don't know what that means. Body fluids don't taste good. I can't pair that with my food. I heard that, man. Body fluids don't taste good. Mm. You ain't never taste nothing and you like, this is good. Ooh, girl, this is good. You ain't never beat it up so bad that her titties start sweating. You ain't never sucked her nipples and it tastes like sweat. You ain't never spanked her booty and sweat fly back on you. Who you got tomorrow, KL Boxing? You already know who I got. This white boy said he'll kiss you in a fight. You ever heard that, kid, man? Nah, but I'm just saying, man. Some people kiss dogs, man. Some people would tongue kiss their dog, but they don't want no woman body fluids on them. Kel be beating them ladies goodies or not, don't. I wish I could. I can't beat shit up no more. Shit. Exactly. So you know a little bit about that body sweat beach balls. All right, all right, all right. My man said when he get a stomach ache, he gonna make sure it was the food, not the body fluids, right? The taste just ain't the same. He's the type of guy. He had COVID. He lost his taste. He didn't want to do nothing with no salty neck and shit. That's a woman that don't bathe. Like your neck can't be salty. You didn't do no bathing and shit. I don't know, Big Red. I don't know what they doing in Pacoima, homie. I don't need no salty neck. You need to go jump in the shower. I do got a shower, and I got some Dove soap in there. I got liquid soap, and I got some hard soap. Go in there and try some. Kev, how many numbers you got from a strip club, if any? I got a few. You know my best attribute, though? Of all the numbers I got at a strip club, only one never got nowhere with. The ones I got somewhere with was some bad ones, like some that I never would have probably bust on the street. But not a lot, but a few. Lady P, what's up, Lady P? I mean, we kind of on some other stuff tonight, Lady P. I don't know if you want to be up in here. You ever had a salty neck, Lady P? You ever cook for your man after y'all got down in bed? You ever ate in bed with your man? Have you ever cooked for your man with no clothes on? JS, what up? Man, it got to start with a shower. If we got to go shower together, we gonna go shower together. What happens when you or her fart during the business talk about? Man, I don't know nothing about that, man. I know about making sounds like a dog is barking when that other thing's farting. Shotty Mac, good looking out, bro. Lady S, I'm telling you. Telling Lady P, I mean, I'm telling you, this might not be for you if you can't answer them questions. Don't burn sheets, burn whole bed. Appreciate you, appreciate you. If she cooked naked with grease popping, she'd keep. What? If she don't have no grease burns by her neighbor, she ain't shit. Make it sound like stirring mac and cheese. How about when you find that sound, when you get that sound, how about you just try to keep making that sound? Like you don't want to move. You want to, like that sound not only turn you on, it turn her on. Like she really gets turned on by that sound. She letting you know that's it. That's the spot. And it may not really be the spot. It's just the sound. The whole sound mechanism have you, right? Because you can't hold in gas when you bust. It's a science fact. I don't know who's farting when they busting. Sure ain't me. Then you haven't toasted the sweet nectar of a woman delish at all, right? I mean, who was it? That was Bam and KP, man. But I believe that's a conversation that women should have with men. I mean, if it's just you two, if it's a woman and a man in a room, on a bus stop, in the break room, at work, I think women need to have that conversation with men, though. Man, if she cooks a grilled cheese on a round board in the bedroom. Hilarious. That ain't Violent Crystal. That's that sound, girl. Look, Paulie liked that booty bandit story, man. Paulie, where the hell you from, man? You from Greek? You from Greece? You from Greece, huh? What conversation? Harder and louder. Yes, girl, let me keep pounding. I'm trying to go out of breath. Make me breathe a lot when I finish. Her booty waves like the ocean when clapping. Man, I'm half Greek, actually. I already knew that. Bro, I'm not going to get into it because we on YouTube right now, but I already know if you like them booty banding stories, man, you got to be from Greece. You got to be half Greek or full Greek or 3/4 Greek. That's why they call it Greek. In whole business, that's what Greek is. I already know, bro. Like, because the average man, he don't want to hear that shit. Average man look at that as a sickness, a mental illness. That's a lot of black man's fear to ever be in that situation. That's why they be so scary in jail. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Paulie know what's up. That's why Paulie ain't said nothing. Paulie know what's up. I rock you, Hebrew. What do Hebrews like, homie? Tell us what Hebrews enjoy. Give us a fun fact about Hebrews and sex. See, yeah, man, I'm just saying, over 40 catching a Charlie horse while you taxing this, that's the worst. How about when do y'all catch that one in your foot? I think because I didn't drink a lot of water, I would get a cramp in my foot, doggy style. You're like, oh shit, oh man, that cramp in your foot hurts so bad, man. I hate that shit. Or in the back of your hamstring, now you got to stretch your leg. You got to stretch your leg all the way out. Then you'd be like, just turn over. Let me get on top. Shit. Just turn over. Let me get on top of it. Oh yeah, see, I ain't the only one get that cramp in the foot. Oh man. They've been messing with animals. Look at them half animals, half humans. The cold part is you ain't lying, right? Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. Yeah, man, I hate the one in the back thigh, man. I'm telling you, the hamstring. Is it the drink? I don't know, man. I thought it was because I don't drink a lot of water. What are them vitamins you need, man? Zinc? Zinc to help that? How do you catch a cramp in 2 minutes? Crystal, I ain't always 2 minutes, baby. Sometimes I get my money's worth, man. Might go 59 minutes, Crystal. But if you good, if you know how to suck it and get it back up, oh, we got 50 minutes for you. All you got to do is be a woman and know how to get it back up. Then we ain't gonna miss no time. We ain't gonna miss no time. As soon as I'm finished, as soon as you wipe me off, you put it in your mouth, we back on. Like it ain't no time off. Just clean me up, put it in your mouth. But it's better when you don't clean me up and put it in your mouth. Just in case you want to know, Crystal, like we can do the hour thing. You just got to know how to get me back up. Because the second round is a mug. That second round, that second win, oh, you going to get beat up now. It's going to get pounded. It's going to be like pound cake, baby. Believe that. So you keep with them 2 minute jokes all you want, you know what I'm saying? You got to have some fire for me to only last 2 minutes. Because if it ain't no good, oh, I'm going to beat it up all night anyway. When Kev say 57 minutes, he really mean 5 to 7. See, Paulie, that's coming from a guy that like Greek. So I don't know about you, homie. I don't know, Paulie. Like you want to do to pound you for 57 minutes. Like you got the wrong dude, man. Go find them other channels, man, that like to do that stuff. Hebrew like that, Malachi, okay. Go ahead, Kev. I mean, I'm just telling you, man. That second win, I'm telling you, even Beach Boss know about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Crystal ain't finna show up and show nobody her face. She told me the other night, we already know what she look like. How do I know what you look like? For all I know, you look like Ancient Minor. I don't have no idea what you look like. But I know you a good moderator. 1 hour is 200 in Vegas. Look, Big Weavy. Look at Big Weavy spending his 200s for an hour. Get you a girlfriend, man. Get you a girlfriend or bust you a hoe, man. You ain't got to pay for it. You could beat it up all night. This is my first time here, and the first thing I hear is somebody like Greek. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, Debo. For the first time here, your name Debo, and somebody talking about Greek. Oh man, I know you're gonna bully him out that booty. So let's change the conversation, man. A chick gonna say if we attracted to her, we shouldn't need special attention. Big league, me either. I think you tell her to hop on. Just the best P comes from the beholder of the EBT card. I tell y'all about thinking small, man. You got to stop thinking so small. Think beyond the EBT card, man. How many of y'all done mentioned the EBT card tonight? Man, come on, man. Think bigger than that, bro. Think a little bit bigger than that. How about she have a no limit credit card or a platinum credit card? Why it got to be EBT? It's only so much money gonna be on that EBT. Y'all can only get so much groceries. How about the American Express? If I do go 2 minutes, it'd be the best 2 minutes of her life. I heard that, man. That's a confident man right there. My man said he gonna knock that lace front wig off. Jerry Allen, what's up, bro? Big girls got some fire. There's two kind of big girls. Let me school you. Two kind of big girls. There's that one that can't take no black man at all. She's screaming, she's squirming, she's pushing you out, 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 out. Then there's the one that can take it all. Then there's the one that make you feel small. You trying to hit the backbone, you trying to hit anything up in there, and you can't hit nothing. It's like a Pacific Ocean. You can hear it and you can just feel things, but you can't feel no bottom of the ocean. You can't feel no wall. You can't feel nothing. Them the two kind of fat girls. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Well, big girls are good at eating like popsicles and cucumbers, bananas. Of course they're gonna have some cool head, especially if they got big lips. See, a big girl has expertise in eating things and sucking on things. She has a lot of experience. That's why she's a big girl. Forget EBT, man, money only. I mean, you say she got the gift, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, them the two kind of big girls. Big women can ride for real. I heard that, man. I mean, you from Texas, so there's a lot of big women in Texas. They got some fine big women in Texas, though. Man, I heard that, KK. Man, my man said rubbing and flour to find the wet spot. I like the small, petite type and extremely cute. Man, you and Rockhead go to the club together. Y'all gonna fight over the petite one. Big girls are hungry after you hit. A big girl is hungry when she meets you. First thing a big girl say is, "What we going to eat?" Tell her, "Go eat by yourself and call me when you're done." Or who picking up the bill? You could take a petite girl out to eat, and you can take her to the same restaurant, or you could take different girls to the same restaurant, and your bill always gonna be the same amount, $80. You go get that big girl, man, that big girl hungry as hell. That big girl gonna eat twice what you normally pay. Big girl gonna order some stuff she don't even want to eat. She's just ordering it because she's happy that she can eat. And then the killer part, she needs a doggy bag. You don't need no doggy bag. You need a whale bag for all that food you order. Like she gonna take home the waffles, the bacon. She's taking home the breakfast with her. That's a snack to her. Kev got the spirit of sinful tonight. Rest in peace, Simple to P, man. Rest in peace, Simple to P. Big girl gonna cost you $80 at Wendy's, man. For real, man. Big Shirley. I done broke a bed before with a big girl. Damn, Big Lee. Are you serious? Damn, Big Lee ain't playing, man. Big girl with big money or small cute girl with only EBT? Man, that's a good trivia question, man. A big girl with big money. So we talking about Oprah Winfrey or somebody that looked like Keisha Cole. Big girl with big money or Keisha Cole from the hood. Man, give me Keisha Cole from the hood, man. Broke my bed wearing what? Wrestling 3 weeks ago? Broke my bed bare wrestling 3 weeks ago. Have you ever had a big Samoan girl? No, but I had a little Samoan girl. I think she was Tongan. I think she was a fake Samoan. I think she was just a Tongan. Everybody said Oprah. Man, I seen Oprah feet, homie. I could never pick Oprah. I seen Serena Williams doing Oprah Winfrey's feet. Man, I could never pick Oprah, bro. Oprah got big money. You're going to have to rub her feet. Oprah going to have you cleaning her toes and shit. Oprah going to be sending you out to get cheesecakes at the middle of the night when you're tired. Man, what? That's why I said, man, she wasn't Samoan. She was Tongan. But she claimed to be Samoan. I'm trying to tell you, man, y'all go on and hang with that if you want to. I'm with you, Sans. I'm with you. $1983. Damn. Man, look at what I'm saying, man. Hey, man. That's how you know Kev got hustle. He know how to get it in his own. That's why he picked the cute girl. My man said that thing be wet. Had an islander put me to sleep and cook my whole fridge while I was out. Kev, would you rub a foot with bunions? Man, I won't even get in the bed with a foot with bunions, man. If I do, she better have socks on. She got to have socks on and some of them old retro Michael Jordans, man. You ain't feeling nothing. That cookie must have grabbed the thing. You got to be strong for that. But it wasn't EBT. It was foreign. If it ain't foreign, it's born for sure, man. Them foreign girls, boy, they something else. You heard what Nicki Minaj say. You know that song Freak? Man, she could do tricks while you up inside. No gang questions tonight? Yeah, man. What kind of gang question you got, man? I wonder if big girls have bath water ready every night after work. Man, I hope every woman got bath water ready after or a shower. What gang questions you got, homeboy? I'll deal with Oprah and her feet, my real woman. I feel you if you got another woman. I feel you on that. But Oprah might not understand, man. Good night. Good night. You shouldn't be drunk. You know what I'm saying? Don't get drunk, but make sure you go to sleep. Have you ever seen that girl in the hood that just got her feet done and her feet still ugly? I can't look at ugly feet, man. I got a real problem. I can't even look at my own feet. Riverside got some fine ladies. When you get older, you find out just fine ladies everywhere in America. You just gotta grow old enough to know what fine is. Great tribute to Money Mike. Yeah, good looking out, man. That was the homeboy. That was a real big homie right there. No, I've seen you ask that question before. I don't know none from 60s. I have no idea. What up, Kev? Man, I got caught up watching the old live with Pretty Too Pretty, Kenny, and Pretty Boy. No, KP and Pretty Boy. Okay, all right. I mean, what the gang questions at? Because I see the numbers going back up. I tell y'all, man, when we talk about women, it runs some dudes off. It's gonna run the women off too, though. I don't know why when you talk about women, dudes run off. I think that girls don't allow them to listen to real game. Especially like some of you dudes that laid up with a fat girl right now, she probably on your ass. Like, get off that. What are you listening to? Get off. I hate when the heel of the foot is dry looking. I do too. And it be some pretty girls like that. It be some pretty girls with that dry back of the foot. I can't stand to see the little cracks. Look like a map in the back of their foot. I can't stand that. Most people stay in the same area and see the same people, don't realize there's a whole world out there. Absolutely, beach ball, especially in Florida, right? And I've never been to Florida. I don't know. Number one, I don't think some women can see the back of their foot. I don't think they like. I don't think like they look down like this, or I don't think they lotion their feet, man. Like I done seen some girls, all boys to the side. I ain't gonna say no name. I done seen some girls, face shiny, arms shiny, thighs pretty thick and shiny, legs shiny, and feet dry as hell. Like, did you run out of lotion? Did you start lotioning yourself from your baby hairs to your ankles, and then you ran out of lotion, or what? Like, it ain't nothing you could put on down there. You don't have no tennis shoes you could put on and take them open toes off. Scroll back, Kev. I asked 3 times. Let me see what you asked, homie. Thank you for understanding that I don't see every comment. Was Monster Cody the first member to put Monster on his name? Third time asking. I don't know, bro. To be honest, I don't think so, but I don't know. I know we had a Monster Ken. I don't really know. We had a Monster Ken, though, back in the day. I know you had Monster from Hoover. Monster from 20s may have started after Monster Cody. I don't know, man, but there's plenty of monsters around town. I knew Baby Crazy Keith. I met Big Crazy Keith once. Didn't know him like that. He stayed over there where I used to hang out. Checking in from Houston by way of Detroit. D-Town, all right. Shout out to Trick Trick. I'm back just in time to hear about Rusty Feet. Oh, KP, you missed all the woman talk, man. Oh, KP, man. See, KP's a original player. Like, he know what it takes for a woman to keep herself up. Growing up in a segregated city like LA gives you a distorted worldview. I would have to put a disclaimer on that. I would have to add for people who haven't left the city or people who haven't left the town. I don't think that's everybody, but I have ran across people like Bam said the other day. First time going to Venice Beach was 3 years ago. I ran across 2 or 3 people from Watts that never been to the beach. I ran across a few people, probably about 7, 8 people in my lifetime in LA that never been to a beach. I ran across people in Vegas that never been to a beach because there ain't no beaches in Vegas. I mean, you got the little fake beaches, right? The lakes. LA is not segregated. LA really not segregated though. I didn't take that as he was saying racially segregated. I think he was just saying in portions. I think he was stereotyping people in LA personally. I don't think he said that how he really meant it, right? Kev did Monster catch flack from his peers for writing his book? Absolutely, without question, he did. That's why I say it's because of Monster Cody, we can all write books now. And like Pretty Boy said, after Monster wrote his book, now he knows what you can and cannot do. I think he just meant, I don't even think he meant to use the word segregated. I just think he meant people in LA from different sections. I'm guessing, right? Hood segregated? That shouldn't have nothing to do with nothing. Oh, maybe he's talking about because of the gangs at the beach. That shouldn't matter. Water surrounds us all the way to San Diego, all the way up north to the bay. We got water from San Diego to the bay, man. What's crazy, Keith? Like that kid, man. I seen somebody say a Monster book, he tried to punk him. I don't know if Crazy Keith was a bully, but Crazy Keith was down, man. He had a lot of love. Matter of fact, no, I'm not even going to speculate. I was going to give something that I'm not clear. I don't remember very well. I know my eye is starting to close up again. My eye had been doing good, man. I stopped taking vitamin E and putting my eye drops in my eye. And I noticed it's like this has been swollen for a while. Swollen for a couple months. I met Dabs at Venice Beach. I didn't know he was so short. Kev Mac, what level yard were you on a CCI? I was that 2 or 3. Mumpy had been down a little while already. Well, I started on a 3. Reception, the yard, and then immediately went to the 2 yard. So I did the majority of my time on a 2 yard. 3 yard was fun. I really liked the setup of a 3 yard. But the 2 yard, more open, more freedom. You know what I mean? I had to bend down to dap him up. Damn. Yeah, Mumpy was on that yard for a while. Mumpy, Moody, CJ, the homie in the comment section. CJ was already there for a while. Quite a few people there for a while. And I'm going to tell y'all something. CJ, correct me if I'm wrong. Because I may be wrong. I know Rock was up in there. Rock from A-Tray Hoover was up in there already. And he was already on his orange thing. But like a lot of people got at me on social media, YouTube, Instagram, people emailing me, talking about the Hoover thing started, the Crim thing started long ago, way before when I talked about it, right? Well, check this out. Let me just show you something. Now, I'm not a Hoover. I'm not on the inside information, the inside dealings of Hoover. But as an outsider, check this out. Again, CJ, correct me if I'm wrong. When I come from the module, I go to Tehachapi. By the time I hit the level 2, dudes that was going to court that came after me, these dudes was coming up here with that criminal. Now we talking the beginning of 1996. Dudes was hitting the pen with that criminal. The homies, they wasn't aware of no criminal. They asked me, what is criminal? What is all that? So that shows you right there, no matter what other people say, my truth is my truth, my experience. Now, my experience ain't a fact of when it started. My experience is just a fact of how I experienced. So dudes already on the yard, dudes already in pen wasn't up on that criminal stuff. These dudes was coming up. See what I'm saying? CJ said Rock was a Crip. He from A-Tray Hoover, he was a Crip. But dudes was coming up in there claiming criminal. They didn't know nothing about that criminal yet. So dudes can say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm lying. I can't speak on Hoover business. I can tell you what happened in that module in 1995. And I can tell you when they started hitting the yard in 1996. I don't know why people like to try to discredit my info. Like, I guess everybody think I'm just a square, right? Everybody think I'm just somebody on the internet just talking. But I try not to talk about things that I don't know about. And I'll say from what I heard or somebody told me, if it ain't coming straight from me. Cartoon had a good Harlem and Hoover story last night. That's what's up. I'm still trying to understand the difference between the CCO and the Blue Notes. Two different factions. I think I sent you a picture of all of us. Criminal versus Crip is like air. Depends on age. Not necessarily. The older dudes claim criminal too. They just caught it a little later or whatever. 1994, 95, criminals when they started plotting crimes and licks. See, that's funny because some dudes got at me saying it was way before that. It's like Pepsi and Cola, Pepsi and Coke. If criminal is separating themselves from Crip, isn't that anti-Crip? I mean, they write CK, right? But still a lot of Crips are cool with them. I think it's weird to tell someone they don't know their own history. I do too, to be honest. But I get the fact that we're so accustomed to people on YouTube saying anything. Well, I ain't gonna say YouTube, but on social media, we say anything. Yeah, Lil Mad Dog's still locked up. I would think he should be coming home now. I got a cold picture of Lil Mad Dog. That nigga had, man, his arms was like, ooh. Remember Mad Dog came to church with us. What was that, level 1? Level 1 came to the level 2 yard when I first got there. I think my first week up there, right? Man, Kev, don't let these clowns knock you off your square. You've been in the trenches getting this info longer than YouTube been out. My cousin was claiming criminal in 1994 and was killed in 1995. I could go with that because you got dates of incidents. I could go with that. But I know for a fact, and I showed the pictures, they weren't on that Gangster K. They weren't on that Gangster K till 1995 when they got into it with the Hoover. A few dudes got at me and said Hoovers and A-Trays ain't never got into it. So you know they was lying or they don't know their information or they was younger. You feel me? But even still, that would make sense. If he started claiming criminal and at the end of 94, dudes already in the pen wasn't going to be on that. And plus, when you say they're claiming criminal, like just saying criminal is different from actually we criminals because they had already been writing OK, BK, CK. But the criminal part, like I said, man, we got pictures. And I'm not from the inside. I'm from the outside looking in. It wasn't on the walls. We didn't see it on the walls. We going through alleys. We going through hoods and all that, right? Kev dodging these questions. Man, I can't see your questions. I'm responding to everything I'm responding to is in the comment section. What question am I dodging? God damn, I can't see every question. I can't answer every question at the same time. God damn, I thanked you earlier for understanding when I miss a question. Now I'm getting upset because you want me to answer multiple questions at the same time. It's only one me. I can't answer everything. Lunatic Frank is my homeboy, and he's highly respected because he was putting it down when the war started. They called the Dodgers because they always dodge the finals. No, they called the Dodgers because they was trolley Dodgers back in Brooklyn. They had those trains going down the streets of Brooklyn, and people would have to get out the way. You would have to dodge the trolleys. So they shortened trolley Dodgers to Dodgers. It's all good, man, but I can't. Not only can I not see every question, I can't answer them at the same time. Oh yeah, shout out to A9 on up. Yeah, I know. He got at me that same night. He got at me. We talked it over. And I respect him for getting at me on some grown man shit. That's what I say everybody should do. Whoever has a problem with somebody or disagreement, at least communicate with the person. Then maybe y'all can get past it. Maybe y'all can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know. He got at me. I didn't have to go on YouTube and talk about it. No Hoovers was allowed in Linwood Creek Module. Hey, bro, when was you in Linwood Creek Module? I opened up Linwood Creek Module with the home. Everybody that got transferred, we all hit Linwood at the same time. I didn't stay that long because I ended up catching the chain. But when you say that, I'm trying to think. I don't really remember no Hoovers in Linwood Module. Now that you said that, I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm thinking, and I don't remember no Hoovers in there. A-Tray Gangsters was up in there deep. I've been wanting to tell this A-Tray Gangster story. I may tell it soon, or it may be too sensitive for the A-Tray. You know, the way the blood's been acting, I don't even want to get the A-Trays going, right? In fact, the A-Trays was very supportive on my mama's mama, as Spider Locals say. A-Tray Gangsters, more than I ever spoke to in my life, got at me and told me I did a good job on that A-Tray Hoover thing in the module. That type of shit make me feel good. See, the A-Trays were receptive to it, and they liked and enjoyed it. These other dudes that had a problem with it, they got to be younger, man, or out the loop. They got at me about, oh, man, you saying this and that, that's wrong and that's wrong. You putting too much out there. How am I putting too much out there? It was in the newspaper. It was on the news and TV. And the writing is on the wall in public. How am I putting too much out there? Let me tell you this. Don't write on the wall. Don't get killed by your allies. And don't let the news reporters come in your hood. Then I'll stay out your business. Right? This shit is public information. A lot of times you guys don't even understand that. You guys don't understand it. I kind of know what I can put out there and what I can't. I know what's public information sometimes. That's what we go off of. But that's my biggest remembrance of it because I was on the run and the shit happened. It was on TV. And then I'm on the run. So now I go into jail. Yeah, some wasn't born yet, but some just don't know. But everybody in the internet gangster, when you got the gangsters getting at me, giving me props, and then you got some other dudes, it's like, oh, that shit's wrong. What was Rock's homie name? Diamond from Hoover? You talking about Diamond from Fire News? I need to tell them Spade stories, CJ. That'll have people dying laughing if I tell some of them Spade stories, man. Rock was hot when I gave him them cans, that canned food from Diamond. Boy, he was hot. I'm like, go talk to your homeboy about that. And you know, Rock thought he was tough. Rock was hard. Rock was a G, right? Big old swole dude. Big mouth, always wanted to fight and call people out. Rock was hot. Rock didn't know what to do. He didn't know if he should fire on me or too many 60s in there or if he should fire on down. He didn't know what to do. But I was like, man, you got to talk to your homie about that shit. Fuck that shit. That spade table was mine, man. I wasn't taking none, CJ. Not at the spade table. Spade table should have had my name on that motherfucker, CJ, in my line. I ain't saying I was hard. I ain't saying I was tough. I ain't saying I punked nobody. But I'm saying I felt like that spade table was mine, and I was gonna treat people the way they deserve to be treated. Man, that was a trip though, man. That was a trip, man. It's crazy how you can actually be locked up and have a good time. You can be locked up and still have good memories, right? But what I try to explain to people, when you locked up in jail or in prison, that's when you get your bond. That's when you meet some of your homies and you bond with them, or the homies that you know from the street. Now you get up close and personal with them, and man, y'all have that rapport, and now y'all sit up for many days and hours, and when y'all up against it, y'all stay down together. So that love becomes tenfold more than a guy you went to school with and didn't face adversity with, right? And didn't really share. See, like us, we had family members die. We had daughters, mamas, and sisters die when we was locked up, and we was there for each other. We there to console each other and tell people, leave them alone and all that. So yeah. You know the deal. Already said C9, cool, back to back. A lot of gangs don't know their history, and many tell straight out lies, and a lot can be proven wrong. Man, life depend on it. I know all three Pookies from Fire Deuce. I think two are dead. Mac, growing up, what gang did you have the most problem with, or what gang has the most problem with you? I don't know, man. Shit gotta be probably the Hoovers, I guess. Shit, I don't know. I think it was evenly distributed. Like it was no one gang that I was at war with, right? I just was having incidents with the Hoovers all the time because we was on Hoover. But I don't know, man. I got about the same amount of stories from each gang, so which ain't a whole lot, just a couple. But you start talking about two incidents with 20 rivals, now you're talking about 40 different incidents, right? Was it one person? No, it was a group of people. It was a group of reputable people down there. I think gangs and peer pressure are loosely connected. It's exactly connected. Beach Boss, man, it's pretty cool. Was NHP a big problem for or was ETG? Man, I'm not going to answer that question. That's an elementary question right there. I'm not even going to answer that. Who was more of a problem to you, personal experience? Again, it got to be, for me, it got to be Hoovers. I mean, I don't know who else, bro. How long you think gangs are going to last? Long as you got black people taking pride in their set. Shit. They say history is written by the winner. So in war with no winner, history is up for debate in general. I mean, I can answer that in a way that may offend some people, so I'm going to leave that alone. But put it like this. Certain gangs in Compton should be able to write history. Certain gangs in Watts should be able to write history. Certain gangs on the west side, actually a lot of gangs on the west side, should be able to tell some history. There's gangs on the east side, South Central, that should be able to write some history too then. I mean, don't get it twisted. We lost a lot of lives in LA, man. And there's a lot of gangs that put a lot of work in. There's a lot of gangs that was ego tripping and wasn't going to bow down to the enemy. So there are gangs that done a lot of damage in the black community and are worthy of writing our history. At least the history of their area, right? Their part of town. I mean, that too, but sometimes truth is truth, man. Some gangs know they got smashed by others. Most gangs will never admit it. Any run-ins with LaJoy? I don't know who LaJoy is. I have no idea. I heard of James Carr and George Jackson. Yeah. How many Crip sets you think are knocked out of existence? I don't know. I have to grab a pen and paper and start writing. My estimate, let me see. Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. Marlon Guest, where you been, man? Good looking out. That Tookie picture of the concert was classic. Hell yeah. What respect you give to hoods who stood up against the biggest and still dear to this day? It's a good question. It's a great question. Uh, um, V&G, I guess 10 line, I guess. Harlem's ain't no small gang, girl. Get out of here. Harlem's a big gang. Schoolyard, Mansfield, I guess. But man, we done no one will admit defeat. Yeah, nobody likes to admit defeat. It's, you know what? Propaganda is big in gangs too. Because propaganda will having you thinking your big homie is all of that. Your big homie is top echelon. But the reality is your big homie may go to a big gang and he's just nothing or he's average. And vice versa. I've said this before. Okay. I've said this before. There's dudes from Rolling 60s that went to other gangs and were the top echelon. They went over there and they was the shit. And so I'm sure it's like that in other gangs too. Dudes probably left East Coast, big somewhere. You know what I mean? Fudge Town too. Yeah, I was gonna say Fudge Town. I absolutely was gonna mention Fudge Town. I was. I promised I was gonna mention Fudge Town. East Side. I hate that word. John S. Barnes, good looking out. Appreciate it. No, I'm not finna speak on all that. I'm gonna get out of here. I answered enough questions without super chat. I'm gonna go on and chill. Like I said, I gotta start borrowing some shit from Cartoon and Bam. Bam don't want to answer your question if you don't super chatting, right? But see, the propaganda is this. They want to believe somebody they looked up to is all of that. And that person may not have been all of that. Sometime, and I use this example for myself, sometime a person could be average. A person could be from the bottom of the barrel from the hood. But put in certain situations, he's just as hard as your big homie that you think is hard. He might be harder than your big homie that's hard. Because sometimes you have to be in those situations in order to perform. But if you just around and you don't end up in them situations, or you always got 4 or 5 people around you and they doing all the business, then you didn't have that chance to shine. Everybody can't be the driver in the front line. Everybody can't be the one walking up on you, especially because some dudes shoot from a distance. Some dudes ain't hopping no gates. Some dudes ain't doing no shooting in the daytime. And it's the same in jail. Some dudes ain't gonna do nothing all day. Some dudes ain't gonna do nothing on the yard, but then want to get down in the day room. You feel me? But the propaganda is my homie is better than your home. My homie is tougher than your home. That's the propaganda. Because now you're feeding bullshit to the youngsters. Now you got the youngsters thinking they big homies is top notch. No, your homie, and I don't even want to go into this, but your homie didn't survive well in the county jail, in the Crip Lodge or the Blood Lodge. You know what I'm saying? Your homie didn't make it on this yard. He got rolled up. Your homie was a fighter. He beat everybody up in the hood, but your homie got knocked out a couple times in the penitentiary. That's what we missing in all this gang talk. That's why I used to tell you guys, man, don't give no one man that great status. Yeah, there's a couple guys I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to Raymond Washington. I'm gonna give it to Cutes. I'm gonna give it to a few guys. I'm not gonna give it to a whole lot. But a real man knows some of these dudes ain't as hard as they portray themselves to be. Some of these dudes ain't as hard as their young homies think they are. That's just how it is. Some dudes think their brother's hard. Brother was a punk in prison. So we don't get that. We don't hear all that because as human beings, as gang members, I should say, as gang members from Southern California, we don't want to believe our homie wasn't shit. We don't want to believe our hood ain't shit. And I say that because Southside Compton said nobody wants to admit defeat. Some people don't want to believe in defeat. But that's not true, Damulan. This is what I'm trying to say. I mean, generally, overall, what you're saying would be correct. But what I'm saying is you could be around, right? Meaning 2 carloads of y'all might go to put in some work. Well, you got to have 2 drivers, right? You got to have 2 drivers. You might need one to point niggas out and be like, there go cuz, there go blood from such and such. So you get your man and not just an innocent bystander. You might need somebody in that car to tell you where that hood hangs out because everybody don't know where the enemies hang out at from different hoods. Some hoods you fight more than others. So sometimes you're not aware of the hangout spots in some of the lesser hoods. So what I'm trying to say is you may not be known as that shooter. You may not be known as a killer. But put in a certain situation, dudes pull up on y'all. Now you might be the one getting off. Now you might be the only homie with a burner and them shooters ain't got no burner because they done threw their burner because they done chipped something or they done just got out of jail. Now you getting down. That's what I'm saying. You may be that dude who was just around that they think is nobody, and now you pushing that line in the jail. You holding the jail down, and your big homies come up in there, and you already got everything laid out for them. Like they cool because you done paved the way for them to come up in that module and be cool. That's what I'm saying. Like we can't shit on everybody because if your homie means nothing, your hood means nothing. Because you letting a nigga that mean nothing hang around you. You letting a nigga that mean nothing claim your hood and be part of your hood. If he mean nothing, then it's a good possibility he's gonna be a rat, he's gonna be a punk, right? And he ain't no factor for your hood. He don't even need to be around. So that's all I was trying to say, man, is sometimes people perform. People aren't given credit actually perform, and people they give credit to don't perform is what I'm saying. Like some of these dudes, I bullshit you not. Some of these names y'all hearing, some of these faces y'all probably seeing, these dudes been rolled up off yards. Some of these dudes been SNY. Some of these dudes debriefed. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? But people not gonna talk about that though. I'm just saying, and I ain't even talking down on these dudes. I'm just saying, sometimes you think somebody's bigger and harder than what they are. Will you change your platform from founders only to interviewing other members that hate is super real? Hell no. Man, for what? Nigga, I'm the captain of this ship, man. I'm going to run this ship how I feel I need to run this ship. I'm not running this ship how somebody else may want me to run the ship. You know what I'm saying? What up, though, hoodie? Big Weavy, salute. Don't ever change, ever. Like my main man Q say, no dropouts, only mainliners. How come all Crips in Long Beach got no Damu enemies? I mean, if they a Crip, how they not gonna have no Damu enemies? I mean, they may not have no Damu enemies in Long Beach. You almost had me ready to go get some birds from that video a few weeks ago. That was a good one. But man, I want some more birds so bad. I think I told y'all one of my homies called me. He like, Matt, you ready to start raising them? Nah. Man, he been promising me birds, a whole kit, which is 20 birds. He been promising me them 20 birds since like 2005. So that's like 18 years he been telling me he got 20 birds for me whenever I want to get started. Just keep you some heat and dump first. Yeah, keep you some heat, go to jail, dump first, catch you a hot one, miss the next 20 or 30 years. When you come home in 20 or 30 years from now, man, it's going to be something new replacing YouTube. We'd probably be able to talk through the TV by the time you get out from that hot one. You better think about that. Nigga probably be in front of the TV, turn it to channel 7. Hey, what's up, Eyewitness News? Turn it to CNN. Aaron Burnett, what's happening, girl? You might be able to participate in the Congress meetings, in congressional hearings. You may be able to talk to the president when he's doing a speech or something. Ain't no telling what's the damn computers might be flying in 30 years. You might be able to have a computer floating in the top of your room working off Wi-Fi. You know them drones? Nigga, you might have YouTube on a drone, nigga, just sitting up there in the corner of your room and shit. So if you wanted to be a blood in Long Beach, you were still out of luck, huh? I mean, you could be a blood in Long Beach. I mean, you probably gonna have a lot of problems. But I mean, why blood can't move to Long Beach, man? Long Beach is a big city. I mean, if you want to wear red, that's on you. If you want to stop at a gas station where the Lokes is at, that's on you. But why blood can't be in Long Beach? I don't know, man. My computer ain't floating. My computer's right here in front of me on a desk. My TV's right there. I can't talk through my TV to nobody. So I don't know if we already doing it. I'm not already doing it. Kev, you heard of reconstruction? It's when a felon is close to a gun that is not his but can have access to it. He accuses. I'm not hip to that term, but absolutely I'm hip to the gun. You know, if me, you, and two others are driving in a car and we get pulled over, you know who they gonna put that gun on? If nobody tell, they gonna put the gun on me. Yeah, I'm hip to that. That ain't nothing new. That it's always been like that. In fact, yeah, that's how it go. They might start bringing the cell to your house in 30. You damn right. They might allow, you know how they got house arrest? They may make you if you got enough money, they may let you turn your bathroom into a jail cell. You're right about that. KMV, why rolling 40s to 100s don't mention rolling 20s because rolling 20s ain't neighborhoods and rolling 20s ain't in LA. It's important to keep some type of heat in the crib just in case situation. All right, Jay. I mean, I don't know if you're a parole officer or a district attorney or police, but encouraging a criminal to keep a heat in his house, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. They go knocking on door to door for criminals and see if you got heat in your house. How strong a pigeon got to be to fly off with a burner, Cal? Oh, he got to be real strong. What kind of burner he got? Man, they gonna be locking dudes up before they commit a crime in 30 years just for thinking. I wouldn't doubt it on me. Straight entrapment, huh? Kev Mizzle, a true rider forever. Really? I'm not usually associated with the term rider, but I did a little bit of riding in my day. But I wouldn't be rider Kev. But I'm out of here though, y'all. Much love and support for those that stuck through for 2.5 hours. Good looking out for the cash apps and super chats. Happy, safe Friday evening to y'all. I mean, it's Saturday morning now. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the fight. we know Tank is gonna win, right? Y'all take it easy, man. Salute y'all. Salute, salute, salute.